In July 2023, Mama Boy posted for the last time, and then completely disappeared for almost 2 years. But on May 27th, 2025, he came back, smiling, uploading again, acting like nothing ever happened. But where was he all this time? Why did he vanish? The truth is, he was arrested for a rape case. So now that he's back, does that mean he was innocent all along? Or is the reality something much darker? His name is Seo Won-jong, and he was the most followed TikToker in South Korea. During lockdown, he started posting TikToks out of boredom, and then he went viral, literally overnight. His content, mostly viral hacks, trending videos. But there was one thing that made him stand out. In every single video, at the end, he'd scream, "Mama!" That one word gave him his nickname, Mama Boy. People loved his innocent, goofy energy, his cute smile, his camera presence. And soon, he had over 55 million followers, the most followed creator in all of Korea. But as they say, never judge a book by its cover, because all that sweetness, all that innocence, was just for the camera. The reality was something much darker. The overnight success brought him a lot of money. He often went to clubs, partied hard with friends. And that is where it all went wrong. July 23rd, 2023. Mama Boy and his friend went clubbing. Like usual, they approached a girl they found attractive, and thinking he had money and fame, he assumed she'd never reject him. But to his surprise, the girl wasn't interested. She rejected him. That one rejection shattered his ego. So he and his friend made a plan. They offered her drinks, more and more, until she was completely unconscious. Then, they took her to his friend's house, and while she was still unconscious, they sexually assaulted her. The next morning, as she was slowly regaining consciousness, she saw something horrifying. Mama Boy and his friend were taking photos of her. She somehow escaped, ran straight to Gangnam Police Station, and filed a complaint. Soon, the police arrested him. The news spread quickly, though the media blurred his face, trying to protect his identity, knowing how famous he was, but it wasn't enough. People recognized him instantly. That face on TV? It was Mama Boy. And if you want to know the full story, all the details about Mama Boy's case, and how Mama Boy started his career, check out my previous video on it. Before we move forward, let's talk about that CCTV video that went viral, the one where people claimed the man in the footage was Mama Guy, back when he had disappeared from social media. And at that time, everyone on the internet believed it. But now that he's back, people in the comments are suddenly saying that's not him. And fans are trying to defend him using this footage. Even Mama Guy himself made a statement, saying he's not the person in the video. And let me make it crystal clear, he's right. The man in the CCTV footage is not Mama Guy. That clip was from a completely different case, from 2022, which was also covered by the famous creator Rotten Mango. Mama Guy's case happened in 2023. These are two separate cases, with no connection to each other. So how did people even start saying that the CCTV video was of Mama Guy? It all began when some random people started posting that clip online, claiming it was Won-jong, just to get views. And unfortunately, it went viral. People started believing it blindly. But let me be clear, this video is not him. It wasn't even shown as evidence in court. Yet now, his fans are using this to defend him, saying things like, "See, he's not in the video, so he's innocent." How stupid is that? Yes, this clip is not him, everyone knows that now, but that doesn't prove he's innocent, because his actual case is totally different, completely unrelated to this viral CCTV video, so him not being in that footage does not make him innocent, because this video has zero connection to his crime. It was just a false rumor spread by people for attention, and later it was officially debunked, but that has nothing to do with what he actually did in 2023. So please, don't get confused. Being innocent in a fake video doesn't mean you're innocent in real life. While he was off social media, his court trials were quietly taking place. On March 13th, 2025, the Supreme Court of Korea found him guilty of quasi-rape and sentenced him to 1 year and 6 months in prison. So, what exactly is quasi-rape? Under Korean law, it means having sexual activity with someone who is unconscious, intoxicated, or otherwise unable to resist or give consent. But here's the shocking part. 1. Jong never spent a single day behind bars. Why? Because of South Korea's lenient suspended sentencing system. In South Korea, a suspended sentence means someone is found guilty of a crime, but the court allows them to avoid serving time if they stay out of legal trouble for a set period, usually 1 to 3 years. This is not a declaration of innocence. It's still a conviction, but it delays and sometimes permanently avoids prison. South Korea's justice system has been heavily criticized for giving lenient punishments for sex crimes, especially when the defendant is a celebrity, wealthy, or reaches a settlement with the victim. According to the Korean Women's Development Institute, over 50% of convicted men in sex crime cases receive suspended sentences. In contrast, countries like the US, UK, or Canada mandate prison time, sex offender registry, and platform bans for convicted sexual offenders. Yet Won Jong, despite being found guilty after an investigation, trial, appeal, and even the Supreme Court decision, is back online posting videos and being celebrated. He was never declared innocent. He was convicted, avoided jail, and is now benefiting from a justice system that lets powerful people off the hook. On May 27, 2025, SEO posted a long emotional statement claiming I was found not guilty of the major charges that were widely reported. I never filmed the other party. I take responsibility for my poor judgment. I received a suspended sentence for a part of the charges. I did everything I could to prove my innocence. Let's be clear, this is damage control, not an actual apology. He carefully avoids saying what he was actually convicted of. He talks about misinformation and how he tried to tell the truth. He never directly denies raping her, and he tries to frame the suspended sentence like it proves he didn't really do anything. But legally and factually, he is a convicted rapist. He was found guilty of quasi-rape, meaning he had sex with someone who could not consent. He agreed to a settlement with the victim, and the court reduced his sentence, but did not find him innocent. Why didn't people know this? There are several key reasons why so many people, especially international fans, still believe Won Jong is innocent. English language coverage of the case was limited, and some international media failed to update readers after the verdict. Korean courts often issue suspended sentences in sexual assault cases, meaning someone can be found guilty of RAGPE and still never serve prison time, which leads to confusion or downplaying of the crime. An unverified video that circulated years before his return falsely claimed to show Won Jong kicking a woman near an elevator. The man in the clip had a visible tattoo, unlike SEO. SEO addressed this in his apology, saying that wasn't me. That video was never part of the case, was not used in court, and was originally uploaded for clickbait by someone trying to exploit the scandal. Despite this, many fans wrongly believe that disproving the video proves his innocence in the rape case, which it absolutely does not. The real damage. Now, because of a vague, carefully worded apology in which he only denied the video, not the actual rape charges, millions of people believe he was cleared when the Supreme Court of Korea confirmed his guilt. Even more shocking, the overwhelming majority of comments and reposts on TikTok, YouTube, and fan forums expressed support, with fans saying things like, he was proven innocent. He didn't do anything. He was convicted of raping an unconscious woman, and he never denied it in his own statement. He chose his words carefully, and fans filled in the blanks for him. Now they're defending a rapist without even realizing it. If this had happened in countries like the US, UK, Won Jong would have served time in prison. The only reason he's walking free is because of Korea's lenient suspended sentencing for sex crimes, a flaw activists have criticized for years. For those who still don't believe me, I've provided all the news sources in the description. Check them if you want. Honestly, I wouldn't have even made this video, but after receiving so many comments on my recent short, I had to clear things up for the people who are still defending him. That's when I realized just how many people are still unaware of the real truth. Being a fan of someone is totally fine, but treating them like a demigod is a problem, and defending them for their wrongdoings is even worse. I'll say this again and again, don't trust anyone on social media, because what you see is an act for the camera. For them, it's all about views and fame. Someone can look like the most innocent person in the world, but you have no idea who they are off camera. You only know them by what they choose to show you. This is exactly what happened in Mama Boy's case. Because of his cute and innocent image, people got brainwashed and started defending him without knowing the full story. And as the saying goes, having half the information is more dangerous than having none. It fits this case perfectly, because people thought that just because he wasn't the person in the video, it somehow meant he was innocent. But the truth is very different. I hope now you have the full information, the truth about Mama Guy's case. But just imagine how the victim must be feeling, seeing everyone celebrating his return, thinking he is innocent, and even apologizing to him. How heartbreaking must it be for her to witness this? And I have just one question for the people defending him. How would you feel if the victim was your family, your sister, your friend, or even yourself? Now imagine, you watch as everyone praises him, welcome him back, and forgets what happened, while you are left only with the trauma of that incident. So that's it for this video. I hope you now know the truth and will stand in support with me, because I know there will still be people defending him. And this is my last video on this topic. Soon I'll be covering more crime cases, conspiracy theories, and much more interesting content. If you've watched this far, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me reach my 1,000 subscriber goal. Till then, see you in the next video. Bye, take care, be safe, be aware.